I'm sure all of us have heard of the word speed, and I'm sure all of us know the general meaning of speed. We can say that speed is how fast an object is moving. But do you know what speed is in regards to physics? In terms of physics, we can say speed is the rate of change of distance. Speed is the rate of change of distance. Now, what is rate? Rate basically means how a quantity changes in regards to another. Rate is how a quantity changes in regards to another. Now, all quantities in physics can be calculated using a formula, which means we can calculate speed using a formula too. Let us try and identify the formula for speed. We said rate is how a quantity changes in regards to another. Normally, what do we need for things to change? Pause the video and think about the scenario. You're holding a ball and you drop it. For the ball to start falling and reach the ground, what must happen? What needs to change? Welcome back. Now, let us try to figure it out together. When you're holding the ball initially at a height, it will remain at that height until time changes. If time doesn't change, then there'll be no change in quantity, which is why for any quantity to change, time needs to change. And over here, we are talking about distance. When the ball is falling, its initial height is, is probably 5 meters from the ground. Only when time passes, the value height will change from 5 meters. It will go down to 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time needs to change. So when we're talking about rate, we can say that rate is how a quantity changes in regards to time. It's how a quantity changes in regards to time. Now, let's write it down in a formula way. Let's just say, sorry, when we say that it changes in regards to time, we can say that it's divided by time. Over time, how does it change? Over a period of time, how does the height of the ball change is what we're looking at. And for that, you need to divide it by time. Now, we said that speed is the rate of change of distance. We now know that the rate of change is basically something divided by time. This means that rate of change of distance basically means speed is divided by time. Because it says rate of change of distance. Rate is divided by time. We're saying the rate of distance, distance upon rate, that can be written as d by t. S is speed, t is time, and d is the distance. Now, let's look at the standard units for these quantities. Distance is measured in meters, which is denoted by m. It's the standard way that is used to measure distance. Now, let's say time. Time is measured in seconds. What about speed? We need to find that out. We are dividing distance by time. That means we're basically dividing meters by seconds. So the unit of speed is meters by seconds, which can be written as meters per seconds. That's the unit of speed. Now, we know the formula for speed. Now let us apply this formula by solving some questions. This is the first question. Have a look into this. It reads, 5 people participated in a 100-meter race. The organization wants to calculate the speed of all the participants for documentation purposes. The organization has provided this table. Now, before anything, I want to tell you a good way to answer a question. To get an error-free answer, you need to follow these steps. First, write down your formula, and then write down all the data that you have. Substitute the values in the formula and solve the equation. One more step over here that I missed out would be find out what you have to find. Find out what value is missing and make that the subject. Make that the subject of the formula. Now that that is done, let's follow these steps. And let's find that speed for participant 1. First, what's the formula? S equals d by t. All the data that we have. S question mark. Because we don't know what that is. Distance, that's 100 meters. And time would be 15 seconds. Now, let's substitute it. Before that, yeah, what do we have missing? We know that, yeah, that's the speed. Because we've written down all the values, but we don't know what speed, value of speed is. So it will be S equals 100 divided by 15. You will get a decimal value for this. When you get a decimal value, it's better to round it to 2 digits. So Over here, 100 divided by 15 is 6.66666. So let's just write 6.66 meters per second. Or you can say 6.7. Now, for the rest of the participants, I want you to do this on our own. Calculate the speed for all of them. I'm going to put the answers for the rest of the questions in the description below. Check your answers with them and check if your understanding is good. Or else write down a comment and I'll help you out. Now let's look at another question. This reads, a kid decided to run from his house to a nearby tree and check his speed. He took a time of 5 seconds at a speed of 50 meters per second to run the distance. What is the distance that he ran? Now, first write down the formula. And what are all the values that we have? We have speed, that is 50, and we have time, that is 5. Wait, we don't have distance here. Now what do? The third step. We need to focus on the third step here. Find out what value is missing and make that the subject of the formula. We don't have distance here. That means distance needs to be the subject of the formula. By subject of the formula, I mean you need to keep it on the other side, distance on the one side and speed and time on the other side so that you can find what distance is. To do that, we need to take time to the other side. It's being divided here, so if you take it to the other side, it will be multiplied with s. So d equals s into t. Dot basically means dot basically means into. Now, substitute the values in the formula. Let's write it down. S is 50 and our time is 5. That makes it 250 meters. He ran a distance of 250 meters. That's our answer. Never forget to give units. If you just say D equals 250, it can mean anything. 250 grams, 250 ml, 250 kilograms, 250 newtons, can be absolutely anything. So it's very crucial to mention the units. That's all for this video. In this video, we learned what is speed, what's its definition in regards to physics, and we derived its formula and we used it in solving some equations. In the next video, we'll look at other concepts such as distance, displacement, and velocity. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe to our channel and like the video.